Welcome everybody to my watch along for practice one of the 2025 Formula One Monaco Grand Prix. My favorite Grand Prix of the year. The practice sessions are the best. We've got cars driving through a tight city with millions of dollars around. I fucking love it. I love Monaco so much. Anyways, welcome to watch along. If you're new here, welcome in. If you don't know how it works, this is how it works. You got my face here. You got the live timings here. You got the session timer down in the bottom left that you can sync on up with. And you got lovely Twitch chat that you can type in. So if you're watching right now on TikTok or YouTube, come over to the Twitch stream. Come join us. We're live for every session on YouTube and TikTok and Twitch. And then in between sessions on Twitch as well. So let me get the broadcast up. Let's get on into it. The session is about to begin. The Haases are going out first. Did I put Haas in my thumbnail? No, I put Williams in my thumbnail. I almost got it right. Okay, let me get this timings update. I know I haven't read chat in a little bit, so give me a minute. I usually just save chat 5 minutes before we get into the watch long so I can read them all once we get into the sesh. All right, I'll get the timer up in a moment. Sup, Wardo? How's it going, dude? Okay. What the fuck was the broadcast so quiet? Okay, anyways, cars coming out. Home Grand Prix for Charles Leclerc. Can he do anything this weekend? Could he pull something magical out his ass? Now, what I think Ferrari do typically is they tend to bring updates and or like amazing car to their home Grand Prix. Monza last year. Monza last year. Monaco last year. So, will they do it again today? In Monaco. Let me get the timer up for you guys. All right. Time is up. Cars out on track in Monaco. Let's go. Trent, thank you for the gifted sub. Oh, why did you have to gift it to Poochie? Admit, no, he deserves it. He deserves it. Thank you for the gifted sub, Trent. Appreciate it, dude. 70 gifted subs. God damn. Yeah, I'm glad Poochie had got it. Now he can have no ads and he can stop complaining and he can troll more in chat. Wairuam, Jonas, Hagios, Alicia, Chiliak, Renz Nenes, Pauloff. Thank you guys all for follows. Welcome to the stream. Also, Tung, Duon, Rhinestone, Marco, and I'm just Squeezy. Thank you guys for the offline follows. And Adam H. Thank you for the offline sub. Appreciate that. Offline subbing. Wait, your first time ever subbing to the stream. He subs offline. Adam, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is. So, my housemate, Hannah, she is currently in Monaco. She is with a hospitality company. Basically, she paid for her flights herself. She paid for her hotel herself, but she got a 3-day ticket, hospitality ticket to Monaco. Now, today, she's in casino. So, she just sent me a video. She's in this fucking big palace with fucking 5-star lunch with... in the casino. Tomorrow she's on a fucking yacht, and then on Sunday I think she's at cafe corner, last corner. So she's having the time of her life. But look how beautiful this is, man. Look how beautiful this is. I have been to Monaco now. I went on holiday there last year. I went to Nice last year, and then obviously and Leclerc's already out of runoff. No way his car's broken. Okay, he's just reversing, surely. No way. Okay, good. For a second there. I thought we were fucked. He was fucked. Okay, he's good. They got some flow viz on the rear wing. No special livery for the Leclerc this weekend. Yeah, how's that an outlap? What the fuck? Oh my god, yo! With the bowl cut! That's what my hair looks like if I don't put... paste or fucking salt spray in it. What the fuck? That was so random. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I went to Monaco on holiday last year. I'm not gonna lie, city's way smaller than you think. Like, obviously they say smallest city in the world, blah, 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 but literally, like, you can bang out the city in, like, half a day. Well, obviously there's the whole apartment area, but, like, the actual city part of the track. Sorry, the track part, like, the main part of the city where you can, like, explore and tourist part. It's honestly so fucking small. And I can't believe F1 cars drive through it. Like, I feel like the camera, honestly, rare scenario where the camera makes the track look bigger than what it is. Or the city look bigger than what it is. But yeah, man, it's I'm not gonna lie, I heard big things about like, oh, you can smell the money in Monaco, blah blah. The starting straight is pretty normal. Like, it's just like a normal grocery store, normal people walking around, normal cafes at normal prices. It's not until you get up the hill by the casino part that's like, okay, like there's rich ass stores everywhere, and yeah. Oh my god, the drone cam, look how sick that is. That is sick. That is sick. All right, let me catch up on some messages in the chat now that the session's begun. Actually, before we talk, is there anyone doing FP1? No, any news? McLaren's rocking a special livery. What do we think? It's basically just a retro version of their already existing livery. I like it. Again, as a special livery, boring, nothing special. But as like a special adaptation to their already existing livery, I love it. I think it's better than the normal livery. More papaya, white numbers. Like it. I like it. Upgrades this weekend. Someone linked in chat before. Let me find it. The form of the races. Put out the upgrade list. So we have got McLaren, 1 performance upgrade, 4 C-spec updates. What does C-spec mean? We've got Ferrari 4 C-spec. Oh, is that circuit specific? Okay. McLaren, 1 performance upgrade, 4 circuit upgrades, or circuit specific changes. Ferrari 4 circuit specifics. Red Bull 1 performance upgrade, 2 reliability. Mercedes nothing. Aston Martin 3 circuit specific. Alpine 1 performance, 2 circuit specific. Haas 3 circuits, 3 performance. VCARB 3 circuit specifics. Williams 1 performance, 3 circuit specific, and Sauber 2 circuit specific. So Haas could cook. That's what I'm thinking. 3 performance upgrades sounds good to me. Sup expert pirate, can you teach me F1? What are the practices for? Practice is literally what the name is. It's for practice. It's for the drivers to go around, get practice at the track. We mainly watch it just to keep up to date with everything in the Formula One world and look at who's going to be best coming into qualifying, and it gives us the time to chill and chat. But yeah, it's literally just practice. And if you top the session, you get nothing. Moon the Dutchy, Nando, thank you guys for the follows on the stream. All right, let me scroll all the way back up in chat and have a read of everything I missed. Sup, Renz, how's it going? I actually had the exact same thought yesterday when I was seeing that from Max. Don't switch up people when Bortoleto wins the Monaco GP. You wish. At least he admitted the car isn't the best on every track. Yeah, exactly. First time I've heard Lando say that. When is the paint sponsorship happening? Honestly, that'd be a banger. How's it going, Mr. Cart? Fast cars tend to be on the limit. Even Lando has admitted it's a hard car to drive. Yeah, I think the good thing is both drivers are developing the car together so they can adapt to the window closing. Yeah, true, exactly. How small is Antonelli's Mercedes logo on his cap? Yeah, that was so small. It looks so dumb. What did you mean by show me your pink bits, Trent? I need to know. Jesus Christ, when you think you have zero hope? Yeah, he's lost full hope. He knows 2025 is over, to be honest. Do you think your team will forget the 2-stop? If they forget a 2-stop, that'd be stupid. Oh no, who's crashed? No, wait, it's Leclerc. Oh my god, Leclerc's dead. Bruh, the curse is back. From retiring at every single Monaco Grand Prix to winning to now wing damage. And going down the runoff in the span of 8 minutes. Bruh. Is he gonna puncture as well? No. How's he done this? This weekend's either going to go great for Charles, a win or a podium, or he's going to DNF. It looks like it's going the way of DNF, if I'm being honest. How old are you, Pon? I'm 23. I turn 24 in a couple weeks. Yeah. No, next week. No way. No, the week after Spain. There's like a million different ways you can do it. I know I ranted in the group chat about it, but I'm still on the fence. What with the 2-stop? Yeah. I'm curious to see how it plays out. Again, I think it's going to be entertaining for the Grand Prix standpoint, but I do think it's going to become a bit like fucky. Can we get a replay? How's this happened? BBL Trin, another gift. I hope people are not hyping up the 2-stop thing too much. It's Monaco. I don't think anyone's hyping it up. I think more people are more concerned, but we'll see how it plays out. All right, what's he done? Oh! Oh! It's Lance! It's Lance? How has Leclerc not seen him? Oh. Oh my god, Lance needs a fucking pen. No, that's 2 license points for Lance. You can't. He came back onto the line going so slow with the blue flag. I didn't hear you. Why is it always Stroll, bro? Why is it always Stroll? Oh my god, it's under his wheel. Oh my god. Red flag? Are we serious right now? Yeah, that's not Leclerc's fault. That Stroll should not be coming back onto the line. What an egg, bro. What an egg. Idiot, there are no straights in Monaco. There's a straight on the main straight. Can we have a red flag prediction? Oh, well, too late. Oh, I was meant to put up a prediction for who's going to top the session. Fuck. Wait, what was our highest finishing position F1 manager yesterday? I need to power out the predictions. What was our finishing position in the race? Was it 4th? Fuck. Where did I finish in yesterday's F1 manager race? The second one. Let me figure this out real quick, and then I can pay them out and get the prediction up for today. I think it was P5. Yeah, P5. All right, let me pay out P5. And then let's get predictions up for practice. Who finished first in practice 1? All right, predictions up. Get your predictions in. Who will finish first in practice 1? I'll end it very soon, so get your channel points in while you can. I predict a shock winner this weekend. Nice start, by the way. Thank you. I didn't do anything to it, but thank you. Well, I did trim my beard, but been living on gifted substance prime 2021. Dude, you gotta support the boy, man. You gotta support, especially if you got a troll in chat. What's your thoughts? I don't know if you saw, but Argentinians coming from Mick doing. Yeah, we spoke about it yesterday in the stream. Bad journalism, to be honest. I feel that looks normal, but really you're walking next to multi-millionaires. Yeah, exactly. Apparently Ferrari's running special shell decals. I didn't see that. I'll keep an eye out. So I'm just catching up on anything I missed in chat because I was waffling for so long. So Friday is not that important. No, so Friday is basically just practice day, but it's, you know, if you're a diehard F1 fan, you kind of put it up on your TV while you're chilling and doing other things. In our case, we kind of use it as a way to just chat about the weekend while something's happening out on track. Yeah. Corsair Gaming Mouse, Kerry and Spiders, Moon the Dutchie. Thank you guys for the follows. We're on the trip. Just the shirt, bro. Okay. Well, there you go. There's my pink. Is that good enough pink for you? Ooh, Adrian Newey in the Aston Martin outfit. What do we think? Honestly, he looks cursed in Aston Martin. He's been at Red Bull for so long. Do you think he's looking at the car going, what the fuck, guys? What is this? What is this? What have you done to this car? That's Lance's stupidity. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Tixie? All right, I've caught up on chat. Sorry. I know I could just ignore chat and just go off the recent messages, but when I start the stream, I, especially at Watchalong, I like to just like scroll through and read anything I miss while we've got time to chill. So over the spatial awareness of Stevie Wonder, he looked better in Red Bull. Yeah, he did. He'll probably get used to it. Look at these guys on their boats. Woo! God, look at this. This is sick. Is this a drone? What do you think the net worth of everyone on the boats is? Every day the net worth goes up, surely. Wow. Wow. T-Back! Dave with the raid, dude. I appreciate it. That was your stream. What are we doing? Why didn't you stay live for practice, huh? Huh? Is it training? Yes, it is training right now. The drivers are out there training for Monaco. Oh, red flag's ending. Red flag done. Yeah, thank you, Tibak. Monaco actually too insane crashing. I don't stream practice fair. I've added IBM onto the microphone. Extra sponsor space. Who cares? They're rich and pure flogs. What is this like? I'm not saying just you in particular, but what is this like attitude of like, oh, this person's rich, they're a knobhead? Like, don't get me wrong, there are definitely rich knobheads out there who obviously got their money either through luck or through family or through this or through that, and they're just absolute wankers and they don't know how to be normal. But a lot of people are very smart people or worked really hard to earn their money and are just like normal people. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like sometimes it's like frowned upon to be rich. But it's like, imagine that. Imagine working hard your whole life, getting money, being successful, and then it's like, oh, you bought a car? Wanker. Oh, you go to a nice restaurant? Wanker. Again, if you're rich and being a wanker, fair enough. But if you're just a normal person who buys a nice car, like, you know, people, you know, the biggest scums of the earth are people who go and key supercars, scratch supercars. Oh, Sauber coming out sideways again. Good work, guys. People who go and key supercars might be the biggest scums of the earth. You don't know this person. You're just keying their car because they're rich and because you're jealous. Bums, bro. I turned on practice to see Charles' front wing hand off. Yeah, he had a collision with Stroll. Stroll's fault, though. In my experience, huge money is never the result of hard work. I don't know. I've never been around huge money before, so I can't comment. But, like, rich people are rich for a reason. But we won't talk about, what's the word? Socioeconomics, is that the word? We won't talk about economics on today's stream. That we'll go too deep with it. T-Back, thank you for the 52-month resub, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Coming to Prime. And Grid Jokes copying you with the 34-month Prime. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for supporting thy stream as thy always. You be looking at Stroll and rethinking his life choices. Yeah, if that quote was true about Adrian being like, Yuki crashed the car, he wasn't happy with it. He's going to have that fear. I think a lot with Stroll. Please say knobhead again. There's rich and poor flogs is what I meant. Right. Oh, I get you. They just got their bread up. Wasn't Shell's mum a hairdresser? Yeah, she's a hairdresser in Monaco. Dude, that'd be a sick IRL stream. Go to Charles Leclerc's fucking barber shop to get a haircut from his mum. Ponden, my brother has a BMW M2 and he got his car keyed all down the side of it, and we don't know if it was his ex-girlfriend or he was parked in someone's parking space. He was obviously gutted. Yeah, that's just fucking ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. The difference between buying a nice car and the yachts in Monaco, that little wealth you only get by exploiting people, whether it's bullying, buying, selling companies or exploiting workers. No one gets that level of wealth 100% above board. Yeah, I get your point. Like, you know, yeah. Again, we won't go into it, but I see what you mean. But you got to remember these boats, right? Everyone, so for people who don't understand how the boats work, and this will probably make you change your mind, because obviously I was saying, I wonder how much net worth is in this boats, and then someone typed wanker, whatever, and I was responding to that. You got to remember these boats, it's not just Conor McGregor parking up his boat. I mean, he did do that, to be fair. It's not just Lawrence Stroll parking up his boat. These boats are boats owned by sponsors. So Kim will make a really good video. We'll probably watch it after this. But basically, in short, it only costs about £40,000 to park up your boat in Monaco on a Grand Prix weekend. But to be able to pay the £40,000 to park up your boat, you need to be a team sponsor, a Formula One sponsor, a partner of the Monaco Grand Prix, blah, blah, blah. So these boats are like Tag Heuer, F1 Experiences, you know, like Patron, like all these big companies. And then they sell out the tickets to people. So the people on the boats are probably like the normal, standard, wealthy people who have good money and want to have a good experience in Monaco. It's not just like some random ass person's yacht and they've got their fucking friends and family. Where's the curb of that corner gone? I never have a proper look. Pierre Gasly to win every race, you reckon, Jacoby? That would be sick. Who's going to win the championship, you reckon? I said Max before the season started. I said Max even during their low period. And I'm still saying Max now. I'm not counting out Max until he loses. To be fair, if I was rich, I'd still rather be trackside. Just better. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, my housemate Hannah, she's on the boat tomorrow. So I'm really curious to see her opinion because I was talking to another creator recently and they just had their first ever paddock experience. And they said that it was really interesting being in hospitality because it's obviously an amazing experience and good for content, stuff like that. But like, it's so hard to watch a race because you're just looking at the back of people's heads or you're watching it on a TV while you're eating a nice meal. So I'm curious to see what their thoughts are being on the boat because the boat's so far away from the track. There's going to be music playing. There's going to be loads of people around. So I'm really curious to see what they say. But I'm going to call Hannah. I'm going to call Hannah tomorrow while she's on the boat. She'll give us a little sneak peek for the stream. The people she's on the boat with as well are actually fucking sick. There's a bunch of creators going there this weekend. It's so Hannah and Bella, and then Cal Freezy and Chip, Tomo, Bambino Becky, and then I think they've brought like their plus ones or something. So Arthur TV and AB as well. So all of them on a fucking boat in Monaco. It's fucking sick. Oh, Will and E as well. Oh my god, I love this camera show. If you're not on F1 TV right now, I almost said WTF1. If you're not on F1 TV right now, Alex Brundle is showing the chicane. It's so good. Why aren't you there, huh? It's not good enough. Not good enough. Now, basically, well, yeah, Hannah is doing stuff with WTF1, and obviously she's a big following on her own socials and whatnot. So she gets to go to these cool events. That speed, holy shit, it's insane, man. What's the record? 115? I think it's no. They were already beating 115s. I actually don't know. I have to have a look. Willingly, of course. Well, that's a lineup to get them on commentary. AB on comms. That'd be, yeah, AB on comms would be hilarious. What's Liam doing? Why is the guy slagging off Hamilton? What's he done? Oh my god. Now Liam's gonna get more hate for his engineer's comments. Luna Patball, David Vollick. Red Bull buys. Okay, dude. Papa, where did the revolution begin? Me, well, kid, it was a lazy Friday afternoon and we were chatting about race cars of a guy who called himself Ponden. That's where it all began. Wait, what? The revolution. That drone shot's so good. Yeah, the new static drone shots are so nice. Who's going to be the first to crash, guys? Obviously, the Claire crashed to the back of Lance, but who's going to be the first to crash? There's always going to be at least one crash every Grand Prix weekend. So cold when you got hated on for your Max P1 and my Ferrari P3 constructors predictions until they actually come true. Yeah. The only problem is my predictions is I got Piastri and Leclerc the wrong way round. I predicted Leclerc P2, Piastri P5. So I got them the wrong way round, but everyone slated me for putting Lando P3 and look where we are. That's what I love about supercars. It's practically free paddock access, like $40 at most, if anything. Yeah, supercars is a great experience. I casually got given a free pit tour by Red Bull Supercars. I think that's sick. Yeah, Red Bulls was so accommodating. They were really nice at OzGP and Gold Coast 500. Max Fosh? No, not Max Fosh. My understanding is basically the guy who does the camera, like the videography work for the hospitality company, he's also the cameraman in the UK space. So he like does camera work for Will and E, for Chip, for Chris MD, stuff like that. And obviously, it's easy for him to connect with them, and that's why it feels like the whole fucking UK YouTube scene is probably going to be in Monaco this weekend. So I've been keeping my eye on their fucking stories and stuff. But yeah, it's cool as well that they invited some F1 people like Tomo, Hannah, and Bella. Good mix. I think that's how, in my opinion, I think that's how sponsor activations should go. It should be a mix of people who've never been to F1 before, don't care about F1, but have a following and can promote it to their fans who know nothing about F1, because that's what advertising should be. To advertise a product to someone that people aren't aware of. What's the point of advertising F1 to F1 fans? You know what I mean? I mean, in this case, it's a hospitality company, but whatever. And then you have people who like F1 but don't make F1 content, and then you got people who make F1 content. I think that's the best mix you can do. Whenever I remember like Miami 22 or Miami 23, when that makeup brand sent a bunch of makeup. What the fuck is he doing? They sent a bunch of makeup influencers who knew nothing about F1, and that's completely fine. I'm not complaining. I get it. They're big. They get the engagement, whatever. But it's also just looks so fake. Like, get a good mix. Get girls who like F1 but don't make F1 content. Get girls who make F1 content, and then get your big fucking influencers who don't give a fuck. Free by guy Hamilton's up, Luke. Why is Lawson surprised that Hamilton's break before a quarter? Okay. Self-entity, welcome to the stream. Where do you get F1 TV? I got a VPN for it. I get free entry to Supercars this year because of my race membership. How good? Wait, really? That's sick. Hopefully the new F1 game is better this year. Yeah, so we get a preview of F1 25 later on today. All creators who got the game early get to play show Breaking Point for 24 hours. So I'm going to be playing it tomorrow morning on stream for the first time. Not Supercars, but the GTs, because it was so chill and free paddock. I literally interviewed Thomas Randall, Brock Feeney, Ryan Wood, and chatted to Chaz Mostert. It was so cool. Gave him a bracelet. That's sick. Yeah, the lower motorsport series are always so good to go to because you get so much access and, get so close to everyone and everything. The onwards in Monaco is scary, man. Yeah, especially with this new, like, high FOV cam. I know it's practice, but these times right now are making me want quality. Now looks to be another close qualifying so far. Yeah. I mean, Monaco, again, the same shit's going to happen like it does every single year. That's a great laugh from Lewis, by the way. It's going to happen like every single year. We're going to show up to the race. The race will probably be boring, and everyone will complain. And it's like, you don't watch F1 in Monaco for the race. You watch it for qualifying. Don't get me wrong. There is a world where the race could be better, but it will never be better than qualifying. The race in Monaco will never be better than qualifying. No matter what you do, how small the cars are, qualifying will always be the best part of Monaco. And people will still tune in on Sunday and still fucking complain because they're stupid. JV basically said these go-kart tracks are going to be write-off for them. Wait, I'm assuming that means Jack Villeneuve basically said these go-kart tracks are going to be a write-off for them. For who, sorry? What country do you sail to? Netherlands. What time tomorrow morning, Unk? Don't be late, Unk. It'll be 9 a.m. But yeah, I need to try go live dead on time so we have enough time to play it. But I've given myself 2.5 hours, which is plenty of time for 2 chapters. But we might play them twice over, considering we're going to get a small amount of time to play it. Oh, James Vows. Oh, James Vows said William's going to be bad this weekend. Interesting. I mean, look okay right now. When the fuck is JV James Vows, bro? What's up, Addy? Track record has been beaten already. Wait, really? This is the track record? No way. Monaco track record. Holy shit! No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. No, it has! The track record in Monaco. Wait, that's race lap. Monaco track record qualifying. Oh, you're lying to me. The race track record. The race lap track record's been beaten by 7/10. The track record in qualifying is a 1:10.1. Oh my god, so much traffic. So much traffic. Holy shit. Bro, can I just say, this happens every single year, right? There's always an increase in viewership on a Monaco Grand Prix weekend. Like I would say like a 20% increase on practice sessions, on qualifying, on the race. Every single year in Monaco, without fail. Yet everyone sits here and says, Monaco's shit. Then why are you tuning in? Why are you tuning in? It's because the feel of the Grand Prix. It's the crown jewel. It's the race that everyone wants to see, even practice sessions. It's so fun to watch Monaco. To be fair, I don't watch practice too much, but Monaco is so hectic they even practice as well. Yeah. It's just so fun to see the cars. Like, at the end of the day, whether it's race or qualifying, we watch Formula One because of cars going through tracks and how fast they are. And there's no better track to showcase that than the Monaco. The Uranus is going to give us a sleeper quality and pure similar of a race just to believe. Yeah, true, true. It's not about the heritage or history. It's about the potential crashes. That, but also just like the speed, the fastest cars in the world going through a small track where you have to be so on it. You think that the two-stop strategy would help make the race more entertaining? It will, in the sense of like not knowing what's going to happen. You know what I mean? The anticipation, and I love the anticipation of Formula One races. I smell brakes in here really bad. Wait, that's that guy. Oh, I was gonna say that guy looks familiar. I think I've seen him in the Red Bull garage before, and it is. Who is that guy? I think he's like a Red Bull CEO or something. The guy in if you're not on F1 TV, you don't know what I'm talking about, but there's a guy standing next to Yost. He was the guy at the table at F1 75 next to Jerry when Jack Whitehall made the joke. Does anyone know who that is? Oh, I think he's an Oracle guy. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to take melatonin that night and puts on F1 during the weekend. Wait, maybe they don't want to take melatonin that night and puts on F1 during the weekend. Wait, what? I wonder what tire strategy is going to be. Yeah, it's what I mean. Sorry, that's what I was saying before I got interrupted by Liam's radio. Was the anticipation of a Grand Prix is my favorite thing. Like, when's this person going to pit? When's the overtake potentially going to happen? And Monaco is just it can be a blue balls race where nothing happens, but at least there's a build up the whole time. You're waiting for something to happen. Could someone crash? Could someone pit? When's the undercut going to happen? Could an overtake happen? Yeah, usually it doesn't happen, but the anticipation that something could happen is so high at a track like Monaco. And again, I would argue, I would prefer to watch Monaco when nothing happens, but they're all close together, than a track where everyone's spread out by 5 seconds, can't overtake because of dirty air. You know that nothing's going to happen. Yeah. I'm not saying I prefer Monaco over the tracks. I'm just saying a race where nothing happens, but overtakes are easy. Say like what's a race where overtakes can happen, but the dirty air is just bad? Like, probably like this year's Saudi race, you know what I mean? Like, there was fucking, no one could overtake. It was so fucked. Yeah, because of the two-stop, it will be interesting to see if anyone, because you can go so long on the hards, it would be interesting to see if anyone just goes like soft med hard or soft hard. You know what I mean? Like, soft to try and get overtakes off the start, and then undercut, soft to undercut, and then hard for the rest of the race. It's all going to be luck, though. If there's a safety car, some people are going to luck out so hard. I mean, that's just typical in Monaco anyway, but... Sorry, I forgot to read YouTube chat. What's up, Mohammed? What's up, the TB? Wait, just joined. Why is there a red flag? Leclerc crashed in the back of Stroll, so I missed that. Can I ask what really happened to Stroll and Leclerc? Stroll just came back on the line like an idiot. What's up, Lindor? What's up, Jarius? Has there been a red flag? Yeah, there was just before at the start of the session. What's up, Jonathan? I mean, I feel like that. Am I the only one who feels like that radio is not helpful at all? To be honest, so okay, so something that I think, I'm not 100% sure how it works. Um, oh, he's going out of the runoff. Is that signs? So when I was in the garage, at the Oz GP back in 2023, it was so fascinating to hear Max and Checo talk in the garage, because you don't usually hear that, because I'm fairly sure the broadcast gets turned off when the cars come into the garage. F1 TV turns off the radios, so you can't hear them in the garage. And maybe that's not the case, but that's at least what, as far as I'm aware. When they come in the garage, they turn off, and the amount of details, like it's literally like Max and Checo will hop on the radio, and it would be like, turn one, a little bit stiff. I don't even know what the terminology is. Like turn two, I need a little bit more front. Turn three was good. Turn four was this, and it's so detailed. Every single corner, they remember every single corner they went through. And I feel like sometimes that kind of aspect of Formula One is overlooked, maybe because they turn the radios off. Because all you hear is a driver come on the radio like Leclerc and be like, the car sucks. You know what I mean? But like, I'm sure once he gets back to the garage, he'll be giving full-on detailed and breakdowns and stuff like that. And yeah, I wish that aspect was kind of shown a bit more in the F1 world. Is Leclerc going to perform well in Monaco? Well, he's complaining at the moment, but then again, he's 4 tenths up and about to go up to the top, so. We'll be interested to see if someone like Tsunoda, who might qualify bad, pit on lap 1 and catch up to the back of the field, which prevents leaders to go 2 to 3 seconds slower every lap like last year, because he could possibly jump them if they aren't careful. Yeah. Yeah, true. 11 seconds of practice. This is so cooked. Yeah. I mean, the track record's 10-1. Do you reckon we could beat that tomorrow in quali? They have a thing they plug in where only the driver and engine can speak and hear each other, right? Leclerc's lost all hope these days. Sad to hear. Yeah. But it also makes me laugh, because remember he came into the season with, I'm going to win the championship this year, and he remade his logo to be L1. I still don't understand why he renamed his logo to be L1. The only reason I think he renamed his logo to be L1 is to manifest the championship. He was like, if I manifest hard enough, it will happen. Jim made a good point. These cars are ground effect cars, so they might not beat it with these regs potentially. Yeah. Some tracks have been quicker this year, but I agree. I feel like Monaco just isn't a track that would. Excuse me. I like Monaco wouldn't be one of those tracks. Oh, land off at turn 1. Bum championship contender is what some people would be saying. Oh, nice camera shot there. Yeah, that bump, man. That little bump. Can we fix that bump? I'm gonna get this championship. The championship has hands. Ferrari every single year. Y'all are gonna eat your words very soon. Who? What? About Lando? Ferrari gonna cook. I mean, they look good right now for some reason. Charles last year pole time was 1:10.2. Right. Oh wow. So we might go quicker because cars got them better. Yeah. Maybe we'll beat. Maybe we'll beat. Maybe we'll beat the track record. Yeah, I mean, that's good from Williams, but they're still 7 tenths off of Leclerc's lap. But then again, no one's really pushing right now. So I think this is one of those tracks for practice you can't really tell because The car might be good, but they're not pushing it. Oh, how'd you hit the inside wood? He's breaking suspension. Joe Vals would say the front and rear wing specs weren't too different from last year. So the chest and floor is still pretty good. Who's had the better season out of the racing bulls so far this year? And I've been so impressed with Hadja. Oh, it's 100% Hadja. Liam has not been able to show his talents yet because of, well, one, adapting back to the V-carb and then getting unlucky in 3 qualifyings now. And Hadja's just been smashing it, man. He's been so consistent. I definitely think there's just like Kimi and Antonelli, like there's definitely a few times where I'm like, okay, you could have maximized that better, but yeah, he's doing what he should be doing, I think, in a racing bull for his 7th race. I think Albon has proven he deserves to get a better seat. I don't think he can be in a better seat than the Williams right now. Ferrari's locked out by the golden boy, who's better than Albon, and a 7-time champ. McLaren are locked out by 2 great drivers who are better than Albon. Mercedes honestly could have gone for Albon, to be fair, instead of Antonelli, but it's probably maybe a bit risky. And yeah, Red Bull, him going back to Red Bull's dumb. So I think he's at the best team. 1, for this year, Williams is best of the rest. 2, coming into the new regs, Williams are going to be good. They've got James Vowles. He knows what he's doing. They look like they're heading in the right direction. And they got a Mercedes engine in the back of their car, which is apparently the best engine. So I think he's at a top team, in my opinion. I think any other team wouldn't make sense for him. It's better to be the number one. I think with the current position Formula One's in and where he is at the moment, I think it's better to be the number 1 driver at Williams or a great driver at Williams than to be the 2nd driver at Mercedes or McLaren or Ferrari. He wouldn't go to Ferrari anyway. But I agree. Ferocious. Mana Memori, name of the follow. I agree. He deserves to be at a top team, but I think he's already kind of on the trajectory of being at a top team. Let's replace the Stroll for next year, but I don't see that happening. Okay, question. Coming into 2026, would you rather be at Williams or Aston Martin? Ignoring the fact Albon's already at Williams, who are you picking? Because I low-key think I'd pick Williams. Like, yes, Aston has money. Yes, Aston has Adrian Newey. But they got a Honda engine, which who knows how the fuck that's going to be. Yellow flag, who's this? Crash or runoff? We won't cut to it, though, because broadcast is bad. Wow, Williams P4, P5. Where's the yellow flag? Just show it. Okay. I think I'd rather drive for Williams. I think Aston Martin, Honda engine is so up in the air. That could be complete dog shit, to be honest. Yeah, you got Adrian Newey. Yeah, you got money coming in, but you've got a team that's proven that they can have decent highs. Well, they've only had 1 high, which is the start of the 2023 season. They've barely developed. And let's say 2026 doesn't work out. What are they going to do? Are they going to be like, all right, guys, 2032 is our year? Like, I'm worried that Aston Martin have put all their eggs in 2026's basket, that if it doesn't work out, what are they going to do? They're cooked. Everyone's going to leave to go to other teams. They're not going to have enough money to keep everyone for so long. Blah, blah, blah. You can only put your money in certain areas with the budget cap. So, I don't know. Then, you've also got Fernando Alonso, an amazing driver. Yeah, maybe going to, if you replace Alonso, going to Aston Martin would be okay because then you've got a shit teammate to go up against. But Williams, you have James Vowles, you have an amazing environment, you have a great team principal who knows what he's doing. You've got a Mercedes engine in the back of your car, the best engine coming in 2026 from what we know so far. Yeah, you're going up against Carlos Sainz or Alex Albon, 2 great drivers, but like if you think you're good, then who cares? They're beatable. They're beatable, put it that way. They're not, they're not a Leclerc or a Verstappen or a Russell, you know what I mean? And I think and then on, that's at 10%. I think from a marketing standpoint, I generally think Williams have better marketing and better fans than Aston Martin. That was really close. Why are they going too wide up the hill, man, with cars lapping behind? What the fuck? That was tight. Wave to the camera, you dork. Are these people stupid? People who point to the screen and not the camera? Like, yeah, the screen's filming you, bro. Oh, yo, what's up, chat? How we doing? Don't know if it has been asked yet, but do you believe there's any truth in rumors that George could leave Merc? The rumors are there because he hasn't signed his Merc contract. Is he waiting for a better deal? Is he keeping his eyes open for other options? Is Mercedes keeping their options open? I think they're both in this sitting phase of Mercedes want to see if Max becomes available, and George doesn't mind waiting because he knows he's good. And whether it's Mercedes or another team, he just wants to get a better deal. Who cares if your front left's dead? If you're the quickest on track, that's all that matters. You need a qualified pole. You need to make a qualifying car. F2, his engine was against him. DTM, his competitiveness was against him. F1, the world is now against him. Fuck off, TikTok. Sorry, I love you, TikTok. F1, the world is now against him because he had some very hurtful things to competitors and raced Alonso hard at Coda. Sup Chilik, sup Kamara. Welcome to the stream, guys. Sky Sports got to go bankrupt or something. I hope they get cancelled. Somehow it's insane with those ads. I'm curious to see what this Disney play is. So have you noticed something, right? Formula One made a movie with Apple, right? Which is a very interesting choice. An Apple movie. You know what I mean? Like, not Paramount, not... I guess it's Warner Bros, but still, Apple. Then, they've just signed a deal with Disney. Wait, where was I going with this? Apple owns Disney, don't they? Or Disney, they have a partnership? Where was I going with this? I'm trolling. Why did I think Apple and Disney, like, had a partnership or something? Anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if F1 ends up on Apple or Disney in the coming years. So, I don't know how this would work, though. F1's in a tricky spot. They're in a good spot because it's a hard choice. But you've got F1 TV, which is their own subscription, right? But you're limited to marketing that subscription because people need to go to F1 TV, need to download the F1 TV app, right? They make a lot of money from broadcast rights from Sky Sports and stuff like that, but they can't control it. You know what I mean? So they can't pick Crofty. They can't pick this commentator. They can't pick the highlights. They can't pick the quality. And honestly, Sky Sports, I generally think is so behind the times. Their graphics are ugly. Their presenters are good, but I also feel like they make some interesting choices sometimes. I think they're only just starting now to do like short form content and stuff like that to reel people in. So, like, yeah, they get money from Sky Sports, but growing the sport, I don't think they're doing as good of a job as F1 do. And then they have the choice of going with F1 TV to Apple or Disney and being like, hey, we give you the full F1 TV capabilities, you put it on the app. So that way you don't need to install the F1 TV app. It's just already on Disney, it's already on Apple, and then they can sell more memberships, and then blah, 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 and then, yeah. It'll be interesting to see where F1's broadcasting is in 10 years' time. I mean, even just think 5 years ago. Like, 5 years ago, 2020. Okay, let's go 6 years ago. 6 years ago, TikTok barely existed. Like, TikTok existed, like, people would dance and show their ass on the app. That was it. Now, TikTok is a prime marketing, you know, for everyone, for content creators, for businesses, for brands. TikTok is where it's at. So in 10 years' time, who knows what the fuck's going to exist? Do you know what I want in the sports world? I want an app that tells me that, sorry, I want an app that gives me all the sports at the same time. I don't care if it's Apple. I don't care if it's a brand new app. I am sick of not being able... Oh, can't watch the Man United Spurs final because it's on TNT. Oh, can't watch MotoGP because it's on, I think, TNT. Oh, can't watch Champions League because it's on this. Oh, can't watch this because it's on this. Fuck off! If I could bundle all sports into one package, or like pick which sports... Like imagine... Okay, ideal world, right? I go, I want to watch Premier League, Champions League, MotoGP, IndyCar, Formula E, Formula 1, darts, right? What other sports? And let's say UFC, but UFC's pay-per-view, but whatever. And then it bundles and it goes, okay, that will cost you £300 a year. Fuck yeah, I'm doing that. I know £300 a year sounds good, but compared to paying for a bunch of different shit, different apps, not knowing when shit's on, like if it wasn't for the like social media telling me IndyCar was on last week, I wouldn't have I would have no clue IndyCar was on. Like, I literally saw a TikTok of Colton Herta's crashed, and I was like, oh, IndyCar's on. I'm tired of being a pirate. That's why people are going back to pirating premium content. I understand that there wouldn't be much profit, but sport needs to be more accessible and cheaper. Yeah, that's with Aussie. F1, NRL on KO, IndyCar Rally, UCL, Europa on Stan Sport, Premier League, Optus Sport, A-League, Paramount. I think putting A-League on Paramount is the dumbest business decision ever. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, obviously as a fucking solo content creator who, you know, like, it was my full-time job. Yeah, if a fucking company came to me and said, oh, we'll pay you millions of dollars to stream on a shitty app where you'll get no viewers, I'd probably do it because, you know, I'm set for life. But A-League, you're telling me it was a smart decision to take money and put your app, literally, for people who don't know, A-League is the Australian Football League, soccer league. The football soccer league in Australia, right? Oh my god, he's been blocked again. Oh my god! He got blocked, then he hit the wall, then he hit the bump. How's he not hit the wall? How's he not hit the wall from that? Holy crap. Oh my god. Yeah, he was ended up in the swimming pool. Holy. Anyways, what I was saying was, Australians Football League, A-League, it wasn't that big to begin with, but it did have like a small passionate fan base, and it was one of those sports where if it was on, people would watch. You know, you knew the teams, whatever. And football was really growing in Australia at this point. We just got the World Cup. What did A-League do? They sign a broadcast rights deal where A-League is exclusive to Paramount. And Paramount is like the fifth biggest streaming platform in Australia. No other sports. So you would have to buy a Paramount Plus subscription, which no one had. And if you bought it, you would only watch A-League because that's all that was fucking on it. And basically, obviously I moved, but like no one talks about A-League anymore. Like, who the fuck pays for Paramount to watch it? Like, when your sport is one of those sports that people only watch because it's on, you do not go and put your sport exclusively on another website. Formula 1 can do it. Premier League can do it. Champions League can do it. But if you're fucking Bangladesh Formula 4, you don't go and put put it behind a paywall on some shitty ass app because no one's gonna watch. It's whoever bids most for the contracts. I don't care. If I'm A-League, I'm ratioing, I'm countering, whatever you want to call it, denying no deal on Paramount. Shit decision. But who knows? Maybe the money they got from Paramount outweighed the amount of money they lose from fans not watching the sport. But then again, how did Paramount make money? Are you telling me people are fucking buying A-League? Hell no. Colbert do crash in the next 5 bins, you reckon? Let's see. Hey, everyone, did you see the one clip after Imola GP after the workers painting over the Pirelli sponsors? Yeah, I saw that on Twitter and TikTok, and people were like, guys, this confirms the Formula 1 Grand Prix won't exist anymore. They're painting over the sponsors. Guys, let's use our brains here. There's hundreds of other racing series that go to that track during the year. Endurance races, junior races. And Pirelli don't sponsor them. They cover it up because there's probably going to be a race or a series there next week. Sorry, that's not me directed at you. But it's more just the people reporting. Guys, Imola is not on the calendar anymore. And then people who don't know better are just like, wait, because they're covering the... Don't get me wrong. Pirelli probably isn't going to be on the... Imola probably isn't going to be on the calendar anymore. But saying it's because they're covering up the Pirelli sponsors with paint? No, that's because they have to, because the weekend's ended. And they need to cover up the Formula 1 stuff because other series are going to be there next week. No, I don't care about Imola. I'm more happy if Pirelli gets replaced with another tire company. Oh, no, it's got nothing to do with that either. Again, it's because another series has got to go there. Maybe there's Michelin, maybe they're Firestone, maybe they're whatever the fucking other tire companies. Manny Mawario. Thank you for the follow. YouTube TV is the best for that. Yeah, I don't think YouTube TV exists in the UK, right? But I've heard good things about YouTube TV with like MLB, NFL, that stuff. Hey, do you hear what's up? Hooked on Classics? Well, on the stream, dude. What's up, Nessie as well? Sorry, I keep forgetting to read YouTube chat. What's Piastri up to? The sun killing him? He had a pretty good lap on mediums, to be fair. What's up, Hanny? Can we shout out Hulk for putting the car in P10? Yeah, I mean, I think drivers like Hulk and Alonso are going to do really good this weekend because their confidence in the car, despite not being a good car. I mean, well, to be fair, Aston Martin look pretty decent now. Oh, she may. Yeah, exactly. Want the league to grow, don't take the fast money. Yeah, exactly. Imagine, okay, put it this way. Imagine Formula 1. Imagine Formula 1 went, we've got an amazing app and they only had F1 TV. So the only way you could watch F1 is on F1 TV. Back when Drive to Survive first popped off. That would have instantly killed their sport because people would not know where to watch. It wouldn't have just randomly been on at pubs. It wouldn't have just randomly been on people's TV already. Specifically like in the UK or whatever. People wouldn't have gotten into the sport because they would have had to committed to a subscription beforehand. So yeah, maybe in 10 years, Formula 1 will be exclusively on F1 TV. And I wouldn't be mad because at that point, Formula 1's a tier 1 sport. But back in 2019, I don't think Formula 1 was a tier 1 sport. I mean, you could argue it was a big sport, but when I say it's not a tier 1 sport, I mean it was still a very niche sport, you know what I mean? Like take darts, for instance, right? Like no one's going to go pay to watch darts. Sorry, a very, very small handful of people are going to pay to watch darts. Most people just watch darts because it's on at the pub or it's on their Sky Sports subscription that already exists. So if darts made an exclusive subscription, no one's going to watch it. And that was the case with Formula 1 back in like 2019 was the people who were watching the sport were long-time fans. People who got into the sport because their parents been watching for years. Now, Formula 1's grown so much and is still growing, to be fair. You could probably argue about it could be on an exclusive platform because it's a tier 1 sport. Just like when Premier League moves platforms. I mean, it's always been on Sky Sports in the UK, but back home in Australia, it moved from whatever it was to Optus. And everyone I know fucking bought Optus because Premier League is a tier 1 sport that everyone cares about. Respect that. I love darts, but what I'm saying is it's a niche community of people who aren't going to go out of their way to buy a subscription. So do darts fans, but how is that not boring to watch? Darts is elite. Darts is about the experience. It's about the crowd. It's yeah. Like I wouldn't sit down and watch 8 hours of darts, but like watching a darts final, elite. Being in the crowd at darts is elite. I'm so sad because since moving, darts has been sold out instantly. Every time I go to buy tickets, I've still not been to the darts. There's so much blocking happening. So yeah, my first time at Alexandra Palace is going to be for Dom Dollar, not for the darts. I'm upset. Everyone hates darts when they go to an event and they have a party. Yeah, well, I mean, I grew up. My dad watched darts on the TV. We had a dartboard in our backyard. I've always loved darts, playing darts, and like I just love the atmosphere of darts. But again, I'm not a darts fan, but like when it's on, I watch it. You know what I mean? Monaco's 2 pit stops required now. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Which of the rookies haven't drove here before? I see a rookie crashing this weekend. I think they've all drove here in F2 before. Obviously, Monaco's also been expanded to F3 now as well, but I think everyone's driven here. Antonelli, yeah. Hadja, yeah. Behrman, yeah. Liam, yeah. Colapinto. Yeah, he would have last year. Yeah, everyone has. Hamilton couldn't even get in a lap with the soft tire. Why do I watch the sport? On F1 TV, you can only watch F1 and F2 and F3 and F1 Academy. Well, F1 Academy is free to watch anywhere, but yeah. Liam and dance fan. Oh, brother. What do you mean? I'm cultured. You're not. That's why. The day I found out the bullseye was not the highest value in terms of points was the day I don't believe on anything anymore. Ollie the first. Thank you for the follow. That's a hype as fuck, yeah. There's a message of some sort in the F3 and F2 paddock last week. A goodbye says thank you, Imola, by the looks of it. Really? Well, yeah, I don't think Imola's going to get renewed. That was probably the last weekend, but they didn't make like an official announcement. It just probably won't get renewed. Or they're working on it. I reckon Imola might stay on for one more year next year just because they might not have like South Africa or Thailand and stuff ready. Hot take. I reckon Barcelona's on the calendar next year. I reckon Barcelona or Imola are going to be on the calendar next year because they won't have the new tracks that they're trying to sign deals for ready in time. Oh, and Borletto down the runoff. He good. I'm supposed to believe that the hardest shot in a sport doesn't give you the most points is a real sport. Hey, triple 20's harder. No, the bullseye's harder. Just reduce the calendar then? No, you can't do that. That's impossible in the Formula 1 world, man. Do you see you or one of the other creators that do watch-alongs be co-opted by F1 or some other streaming services that stream the races? To many, it's become an integral part of the experience. First, we need to start with fucking F1 esports. If F1 esports allowed creators to co-op stream, just like Counter-Strike, just like League of Legends, amazing. Imagine F1 content creators watching F1 esports along with you guys. It would make people care more about F1 esports. It'd be fucking amazing. So we got to start there. Yeah, that was a crazy session. Monaco's always popping. But yeah, F1 have done that with a couple of huge creators. So Gals, he's a huge Brazilian streamer. He was allowed to stream Formula 1 on his channel, like the actual footage, but it was geo-blocked to Brazil because it was a free-to-watch race in Brazil. And Gotago, I think his name is, a big French streamer, got to do the same for the French Grand Prix. And there's another big creator I'm missing. So F1 has done it before, but only for big localized streamers when it was free to watch in that country. So yeah, I would love for it to be like, hey, Ponden, you're in the, like, Ponden, you're a UK streamer. You're allowed to stream the British Grand Prix for free on your channel, but you have to geo-block your stream to Brits only. I'd probably do that as a one-off, but like, yeah, it would suck to only have British audience. You know what I mean? Because it would just lock so many people out of your stream. But I guess with multi-streaming now, I would be able to like stream geo-blocked with the footage to Twitch and then like stream my watch-along reaction only without the footage to YouTube or something like that. So yeah, there's definitely ways F1 could utilize it. But I don't think they understand the benefit of watch-alongs and watching content with people. Last year we got Silverstone for free in the UK. Yeah, are they doing that again this year? I'll never take F1 esports seriously because they don't race from cockpit. I mean, it's a game at the end of the day. Probably because in Brazil, the F1 races are free to watch online. Yeah. Bring back 20 race seasons. Yeah, 20 race season would be nice. Although I'm really enjoying this season as a creator. I don't know about you guys, right? Back in 2022, 2023, we'd complain about the calendar. Now that the F1 season's good, am I the only one who like actually likes that F1's on all the time now? Because it used to feel like a chore, like, oh, I gotta watch quali, I gotta watch race. But now it's like, fuck yeah. Oh, Kimmy's hit the inside wall there. All right, guys, that is FP1 done. Thank you all for tuning on in. That was a great chat, a great session to watch. So much happened. We chatted about a lot of different things. Stick around. We are going to stay live on Twitch all the way through to FP2. We've also got F2 qualifying to watch. But yeah, if you enjoyed, hit the follow button down below. We do watch-alongs like this for every Grand Prix weekend, for every single session. So again, join me later today for FP2. Join me tomorrow for qualifying. Join me on Sunday for the race and every other Grand Prix this year. Let's do a rundown, though. Leclerc tops the session at home with the fastest lap of the session. He is currently 1 second? 1 and a bit seconds off pole. So off of the track record. So that's a good lap. That's a good lap from Leclerc, despite not feeling comfortable in the car. Max tops out P2, Norris P3, Albon P4, Piastri P5. My predictions before this weekend even started, I said I think the guys with confidence are going to do the best. I think drivers like Max, Russell, and Leclerc will be strong. Meanwhile, the guys who are struggling with confidence, like Lando, and I mean, we'll have to see how Piastri does this weekend, because I think he's got confidence because of the car under him, but now we're coming to a purely confidence track. I'm curious to see how he does. I mean, he did really well in Imola last week, so he could replicate that again. Anyway, Sainz P7, Russell P6, Sainz P7, Gasly P8, that's pretty good. Hamilton P9, Alonso P10, Antonelli struggling P11, Ogilvy P12, Hadja P13, Sonoda P14, Behrman 15, Ocon 16, Lawson 17, Bortoletto 18, Colapinto 19, and Stroll down in last. Didn't even get a good lap in. What happened to him? He only did 3 laps? Did he get too much damage from the Leclerc incident? I didn't even notice that. I was talking so much, I didn't even realize Stroll didn't even fucking do a lap. That's fucked. Anyways, guys, that is the session done. Thank you for watching. YouTube, I'm going to end the stream there. Come and join us on Twitch. If you want to continue watching with us. And TikTok as well. I'm going to end the stream there. Come join us on Twitch. Actually, no, I'll keep the TikTok stream going because I can. Actually, no, I'll end it there because I don't want to get fucking taken down. All right, TikTok, come join us on Twitch as well. We're going to be staying live for F2 and... oh my god, why can't I type? I'm going to stay live for F2 and all the way through to FP2. All right, catch you later, guys. Bye.